Hey, and welcome to the Jessica Paul podcast. I'm your host, Jess Paul, actress, manifestation expert, and mindset coach. And I'm here to share with you all of my secrets on confidence, success, and the magic of manifestation. If you're ready to dive in deep and see more success in your career, more money in your bank account, and more love in your life with a whole new level of freedom, then you're in the right place. I'm letting loose on everything you need to take back control of your life, up-level your mindset, and tap into your manifestation powers. I'm so excited that you're here. Hey you guys, and welcome back to another episode of the JP podcast. It is I, Jess Paul, your host, your manifestation mentor, your spiritual bestie, and all the great things to help you manifest a life that you freaking love. We're back. Welcome. I'm sitting here with a coffee. I'm feeling good. Although, I'll be honest guys, this morning I woke up and I had a major wobble. I woke up feeling so weird. My energy was all over the place. I was doubting myself. I was doubting what was going on in my life, in my business, everything. And honestly, this is testament to how strong your mindset can be when you can shift out of these moments, these funks, these wobbles really fucking quickly. So I did a lot of journaling out. I discovered a lot of shadows. I spoke about it. I sorted through the energy. And now I'm sitting down and I'm feeling way more freaking inspired than ever to record this podcast episode for you. And I'm now ready to bring you some next level content, as always. And I'm excited about today's episode because it's actually everything that I was journaling out on this morning. And it's all to do with being savvy when it comes to your up level, right? How can you start to be positioning yourself at the forefront of your business, of your career, of your life, and being clever about it? Because that's essentially what being savvy means. And I'm loving this word at the moment, savvy. It just sums up how I'm feeling at the moment, the vibe that I'm wanting to create for myself at the moment. And so it's not only about being that forefront, being that leadership mindset of I know what's happening next, but it's also about how to pivot in your business. How pivoting in business and in life is one of the greatest things you can do, and how so many of us don't want to change. We don't want to shift up what we're doing because we may have been seeing results a certain way, or we may just be so fucking stubborn and this is what I can get like sometimes. But really, when you can learn to pivot and you can learn to be savvy and follow this path of the most relief, this is what I like to call it, and this is what it's going to be about today, you're actually going to see the most results in your life and in your business. This is kind of a nice entrepreneurial episode for my entrepreneurs that listen in. This is going to be a businessy one, and we love that because really in life as creatives, we're running our own businesses off our own backs. We are the business, we are the face, right? And so we need to know how to work with this energy. So this is what today's episode is all about. I'm really excited to dive in. But first, of course, we have our sponsor for this week, which is my Mindset Miracles and Money Mastermind. This is my entire methodology on how I went from 0 to 100K in less than a year. Every single one of my journal prompts, worksheets, shadow work, meditations, rituals, everything that I used, all of my money secrets on manifesting wealth and abundance into my life. So if you guys want in on this, this is a 6-week experience with me, going in on releasing every single one of your money blocks, getting rid of that icky money energy that you might be holding on to, and making you a clear, open channel to receive the money and abundance that you deserve in this life. If you want to learn every single one of my secrets with me as your mentor, then go ahead and click the link in my show notes where you can find out more about me and my story. You can find out more about how this works, and you can drop me a DM if you're interested. I have payment plan options available because I get the catch-22. I know how hard it is when you want to invest in yourself and you want to learn more about this money work, but then you're also worrying about the money. So we get it. We're all here for it. I know how you can dive in straight away. Drop me a DM. We can talk through it. And I'm just so excited to get started with this, guys. Plus, I may or may not be releasing a free masterclass very, very soon. Keep your eyes peeled. Sign up to my mailing list. Go and follow me over on Instagram. Get inside my world, because I have been teetering on the edge of releasing something really fucking special for a while now. And I'm saying may or may not because this is really what part of this episode is about. It's about pivoting and changing and actually shifting with what feels good in business, so I'm still sitting into whether it's something that I want to release. But if I do release it, it's really fucking special. So if you guys want to get in on this, if you want to be involved in a free masterclass with me, literally, you don't have to pay a penny. You can be inside my energy for a whole, probably like hour, 2 hours. This is how long my masterclasses go on for. But if you guys are interested, you got to keep your eyes peeled because things will be coming out in my mailing list very soon. So that's another little thing for you to look forward to. Okay, let's just dive right into today's episode. So this is centered around how to be savvy, to be clever, to be forward-thinking when it comes to your up level, right? Whether that's in an up level in life, in career, in business, whatever it is for you, how to be fucking savvy, how to know how to pivot and what pivoting really means in your business and in your career, and essentially just following the path of most relief. And what I mean there is following this path that makes you feel good, right? That actually brings a sense of relief into your life. Because so often, guys, we forget that that is the thing that's actually going to make us manifest the most. We struggle so much, we push so much, we work so hard sometimes because we think that that's what we should be doing, when actually when we just follow the path that has the most relief at the end of it, then we always manifest the most. So for me, I was journaling out this morning, as I said, after a little wobble, and it was basically all about where I was going next in my business and in my career. And I'm a very high achieving woman, like you guys know that, and you guys that listen in are high achievers as well. And so sometimes we can get really caught up in like what's next, what's happening next for us. And we have to really take a moment to step back and realize that sometimes what's happening next can't be as planned as you want it to be. Right? Because in life, we restrict ourselves so much by trying to follow our plan, and we forget that actually we're working in a co-creation with the universe, and the universe has sometimes an entirely different plan for us, right? It's how we learn the most lessons. This is often why things don't work out the way we want them to, because it's actually all for our greatest good. And we've got to understand that actually, like, we can't be that structured in life. Like, if we're too planned out, if we're too disciplined, like, and let me tell you, discipline is a huge part of my world. If you're not disciplined, then you're never going to get anywhere in life, okay? However, if you're too disciplined in a certain direction and you're not actually opening your eyes to different avenues or different pivoting in different ways, then you're actually shutting your success and your expansion down straight away. So we can't necessarily be ultra planned out and structured because the universe sometimes has a different plan for us, but that doesn't mean that we can't be in control. And this is where really this vibe of being savvy really comes in. So here's the thing, guys. Things in life, and especially in business, they fucking change. They're fucking changing all the time. The only consistent thing in this life is change and expansion, because we're expanding beings, right? So the only thing in this life that you can actually trust is that change is going to happen. And you've got to know that, especially within your business, guys, there are going to be changes happening everywhere. People are going to change. The market is going to change. You're going to change. And I think that that's the most important one here. When you change as a person, when you grow as a person, whatever you're producing in your business, whether it is a service-based business or whether it is a product-based business, literally, even if it's products, or whether you're a creative, an actor, a performer that, like myself, you know, who is the face of their business. Like, you are your own brand, guys. Okay, this is specifically for those guys that are out there that really are the face of their brand. You know, you guys have to know that when you change, that means your business does too. And so therefore, one thing that you've been doing for like since you started, you know, that thing you've been doing that may have seen you some results before, that's going to eventually plateau, right? That's going to eventually start to get stagnant. It's going to eventually start to feel fucking boring. And it's going to feel boring to you. And listen, if you're feeling bored by it, every single person that is out there watching you and your business are going to feel bored by it too. Okay, this is an energy that is literally like one of my ickiest energies to feel. I hate feeling bored. I'm such a fast-paced person, and like I'm such a high achiever that whenever I'm feeling this feeling of boredom, I know that I am going off on the wrong path. Like, it is the wrong direction for me. And so you guys have got to take a little step back and ask yourself, how can I actually be savvy about this right now, right? Rather than feeling disheartened or like all of that hard work that you've put in has come to nothing and it's all a waste of time. Like, how can you actually switch that round and ask yourself the question, where can I be savvy in my life, in my business, with my up level? And that means, where can I be clever? How can I actually start to be putting myself at the forefront of this business? How can I start to be putting myself at the forefront of everybody else? Right? And this is what makes a very successful entrepreneur, is somebody that can actually think ahead and go, actually, this is where the market's going, or this is what the people are wanting, or this is where I'm going, and so this is what is going to see me the greatest results. Rather than sitting in a place that you've sat in for the majority of the time that you've been in business or that you've been in your career and thinking, oh, well, it will eventually work out for me. If I just keep plowing on, it will eventually work out for me. And here's the thing, there has to be that level of discipline and like consistency with what you're doing to build something up in life, especially with a business, right? You've got to be able to put that work in and be consistent. But there comes a point where you have to take a step back and go, where am I actually not choosing to change? And that's the question that I want you to ask yourself. Where am I not willing to change in my business, in my life, in my relationships, in my career, that is now currently causing a stagnation? And it usually does come down to this ego-based thought of like, I don't want to change. I'm too fucking stubborn to change. I'm just going to keep telling myself that it's because I'm being disciplined and consistent and I need to keep going at it and keep working at it. When actually, like, the universe is asking you to shake shit up. It's asking you to pivot. And this, again, is something that is a really strong trait of a strong entrepreneur, is being able to pivot in business. It doesn't mean that your business has to completely change. It doesn't mean you have to get rid of all of that amazing work you've done. It just means you have to change things. You have to move with where the market is going, where you're going. And so asking yourself that question, getting honest with yourself about where you don't want to change, and then asking yourself why. Like, why do you not want to change? Is it because you don't feel like you're good enough to take it in another direction? Is it because you can't be bothered to take it in another direction? Like, how badly do you want this, guys? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. Because just as we always say, you will never get anywhere in life with the same level of thinking that you have now, right? If you want to see an up level, you've got to change the way that you think. And it's the same with the action that you take. You're never going to get to another level in your business and your career if you are taking the same action as you've always taken before. You've got to be able to shift. You've got to be able to change. You've got to be able to pivot. So the next question is, how do you know when to pivot? Like, when is the actual moment when you get there and you think, okay, now is the time to change. Now is the time to actually get out of this ego-based space and go, let's shake shit up. And there's one of two ways. The first is through the results that you're actually seeing right now. So, what has actually manifested for you? Like, what is actually manifesting right now for you? Because when you can look around you and see what's going on in your current reality, it's going to give you a really great insight of what's going on in your vibrational reality. And as we know within the law of attraction, wherever you're vibrating, whatever frequency you're vibrating at, you're attracting those things to you, right? So what is manifesting for you right now? Is it all the things that you desire? Or is it the same shit that's always manifested for you before, that's honestly just boring now, right? That's not going anywhere. It's not going further. You're not reaching a new level with anything. It's just the same thing manifesting over and over and over again. Because if it is the same thing that you're seeing over and over again, then even if that thing is still an all right level, it's still, you've got some money coming in your business, or, you're seeing you're having some auditions as an actor or whatever, but like it's not actually going anywhere further, then that's when you know that a pivot needs to happen in your life and in your career, because something needs to shift. There needs to be a shift in the way that you do things or the way that you think in order to reach a new level. And we all want a new level because we're all expanding beings. So that's the first way that you know that you need to pivot. The second way that you know you need to pivot is through the way that you fucking feel. how are you feeling in yourself? Within us, guys, we all have this inner GPS system that's constantly telling us how we feel. And based off how we feel, that's how we're going to know what we're going to manifest next, because manifestation is a feeling-based thing. So if you're feeling these feelings of boredom or stagnation or just kind of meh feeling of like, or drained or whatever those icky feelings are, then that's showing you that vibrationally you're headed down a path that is just going to bring you things that make you feel more like that, right? So what you've got to assess in yourself is how you're actually feeling with the action that you're currently taking right now. If the action you're taking is making you feel bored and it's not seeing these big shifts that you want to see in your life, this is another indicator that things need to pivot. And this is where you ask yourself, what is going to bring me the most relief right now? And just ask yourself that question. What is going to make me feel the most relief right now? And that's how you know which direction you've got to go in next. That's where you know the pivot has to be in your business or in your career. It's actually what is going to make you feel the most relaxed, the most calm, the most dropped in, the most grounded, the most chilled. Like, it's not that we have to push right now or like work extra hard and be extra disciplined in a certain direction, because that direction that you're headed in right now might not be the right direction for your business. Like, if you just choose to change and pivot, then you're going to be opening up a whole new realm of expansion that you didn't even know existed, because when we're stubborn and when we stay in the same place, like, we never know what's on the horizon. We never know what's actually out there for us. So we have to be willing to change. And so as an example here, guys, for me, the main thing I was feeling this morning when I was having this wobble, and also I've been feeling it like for a few weeks now, like for a good few weeks now, my main feeling is frustration. And I'm a generator in human design, and so that's my not self. Like, anybody that wants to know more about human design, I've got a great episode. Go further back on my episodes, because I've got a great episode with Sophie who dives deep into all things human design for you. But anyways, I'm a generator, and my not self, basically, when I'm not feeling myself, I get into this mode of frustration, and I'm just frustrated at life, I'm frustrated at business, I'm frustrated at myself, and I can't seem to get out of this funk of frustration. And that's how I know that I'm going off in the wrong direction vibrationally again. This is how I know that things need to shift, that things need to pivot in what I'm actually doing, so that I can start to feel vibrationally in alignment again with myself. And again, like, we always go through getting into alignment first and then doing the thing, but sometimes we have to shift up what we're doing in order to find out what that alignment actually is for us. So for me, I sat down and I journaled out on how can I be savvy? Like, how can I stop feeling so frustrated and disheartened right now and actually just pick myself up and put myself at the forefront of my business and like position myself as that intelligent being, because I'm fucking clever. And that's how you guys need to position yourselves. You are intelligent beings. You're clever women. Like, don't put yourselves down and stop not giving yourselves credit, you know? Like, you're savvy. You know how to work these things. All of those answers are inside yourself, in that inner GPS system. And here's the other thing. Don't ask other people. Right? When you ask other people, you got to know this. Everybody else is figuring it out too, right? Everybody in life, in business, in your career, they're all figuring it out themselves. Nobody actually knows the answer except yourself, because you're the most important person as the forefront of your business, as the face of your business. You're the only one that's going to know which direction you need to pivot in. And when you do follow this path of most relief, so you're doing the thing that makes you feel good, you're doing the thing that makes you feel relieved, that makes you feel relaxed and calm and chilled. When you're doing that and you're trusting that you have these answers within you, that's when you're going to pivot in exactly the right direction, okay? And so this is what I journaled out on this morning, and now I've got different directions that I'm going in business, in new business. Like, I've come up with brand new innovative ideas, guys. And that's all from just actually sitting there and going, okay, I'm willing to change now. Accepting that I was like stopping myself from changing, stopping my business from changing. And since actually accepting that and allowing things to shift, now I've had like the biggest downloads I've had in ages about new ways that I'm going to do business, new business ventures, like completely new business ideas, guys. And so this is what can happen when you actually allow that pivot to happen in your life. So your little bit of homework, because we love getting practical about our up levels over here, right? Your little bit of homework is to ask yourself, first off, if you're feeling any kind of frustration right now, or that icky feeling of boredom or stagnation, or just having a wobble like I did this morning, right? You've got to ask yourself, what is going to bring me the most relief? What is going to make me feel the most relief? And then go do that thing, right? Take the damn action in that direction. Because when you're feeling the most relief, you're also feeling the least resistance, and that's what's going to make you manifest the most. The next question I want you to ask yourself is, where am I not willing to change, right? Where am I not willing to shift things up, shake things up, pivot in my business and in my career and in my life right now? And where am I not being adaptable? Because being an adaptable human is the thing that is going to, number one, make your life easier. It's going to release all of this resistance. And number two, it's going to actually see the results come in for you. And the final thing I want you to ask yourself and journal out on is, am I being savvy right now, or am I being closed-minded? Because being closed-minded is the opposite of being savvy. Being savvy is being clever, it's being the forefront. Being closed-minded is being fucking stubborn. It's not willing to change. It's being disheartened and not allowing your business or your career to flow and shift in the way it's supposed to. So asking yourself that question when it comes to your own business and your own career right now, are you being savvy or are you being closed-minded? So I hope that you guys have enjoyed today's episode. As always, it has been inspired by my own life things that are going on in the JP world all the time, because we are learning through experience here, guys, okay? So go and journal out on those homework journal prompts and DM me over on Instagram. Let me know how you found them. And if you've loved this episode, please do take a screenshot and share it on your Instagram stories, because I love seeing who's listened in and who is vibing with this content. And if you are ready to go in on a mentorship program with me and you want to work with me and you want to up level with me in this vibration of success, then go ahead and click the link in my show notes to find out more about my Mindset Miracles and Money Mastermind. Find out more about the free masterclass that may or may not be coming up for you. Go and get signed up to my mailing list so that you'll be the first to hear. And with that all being said, I hope you have a gorgeous rest of your week, and I'll chat to you soon. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If this episode resonated with you, share it with a friend who you think would love it too. And if you want to let me know how you found it, just screenshot this episode, add it to your Instagram story, and tag me at I am Jessica Paul so that I can throw all the love right back at you. And of course, subscribe, hit those 5 stars, and leave a review to show your support and to keep the good stuff coming. Sending you so much love and gratitude from your girl Jess.